Hello everybody and welcome back to the extras of the Lollipop Chainsaw playthrough. It is time for that final part of the playthrough. So enjoy the first cutscene in an alternate outfit.
Seriously? Dude. The hell? Ugh. And on my birthday, too! Like we're not already late enough! Gross! Stupid! Undead douchebags! This is so irritating.
So yes, I do quite like that basically all of the cutscenes are in like the in-engine graphics. So if you're wearing a costume, then that is going to be visible in the thing, which is glorious. So basically we're going to look at everything in the menu right now. So you've got how to cook a zombie, well, how to cook zombie, because really we need an S there or an A. It's going to drive my OCD nuts. But basically you have profiles of all of the characters, you have lots of hints and tips on how to do certain techniques, how to do combos. You've got your option of how you listen to your background music, and so on and so forth. It's quite awesome, really. And there's a lot of how should I say it? You've got a lot of control over how you do things, but these are all of the moves in the game. So if you wanted to see the combos that I have been mashing away at, this is your chance. But I mean, it's really good that this is here, because since there are only a limited number of combos in the game, it is quite simple to learn the ones that you want to be dealing with, and also it helps that it tells you roughly what the move does. But there we go, the armadillo spin. Love that move, it's glorious, and used that a couple of times, but yeah, it's not great. And there's the maelstrom spin, also love it. I'd say that the maelstrom spin and the armadillo spin, easily some of my favourite moves, as is the jump stab. That one's also particularly helpful. Lollipop stab, not so much, but that can be helpful for dealing with lower enemies, and I do quite enjoy a bit of a lollipop split. Don't think I ever quite managed to pull off a lolliocopter, but so yeah, it's nice that this is all here. Nice that there's a guide for noobs. Kind of feels quite cringy saying that, because to be fair, noobs hasn't really been okay for, well, it's not really been a word anybody really uses since the noughties, or like the early noughties, because we're still technically in the, well no, we're in the 10s now, we're in the 2010s, God, we're nearly in the 2020s, Jesus wept. But yeah, just, it's a cringy word now, very cringy word. I mean, I suppose actually this does show how little there actually is to the game. And it is kind of fascinating. It's always interesting to, when you think about the total number of game mechanics that are there. So essentially there's only about 18 core things going on there. Some of them are just like pausing the menu, so the game is really quite simple, to be fair. Obviously it gets more complicated when you go into all of this stuff in the full pros. And I'm looking at that font in Morikawa Sensei's speech bubble. And I'm looking at that and thinking, is that the use of Comic Sans? Because that's looking remarkably Comic Sans to me. I suppose they used it because it looked cheap, although they might be using it in... Oh, I can't tell anymore! This is horrible! Like, I can't stand Comic Sans. Obviously, when I was a kid, I used to use it loads because it looked friendly and fun. And then you grow up and you're just like, oh my god, it's like the worst thing ever. Especially when you go into any sort of thing to do with graphic design. Like, I don't even really do graphic design. But in a professional setting, anyway. Comic Sans is just like one of the... Oh, it's just the... Well, there are arguably worse fonts than Comic Sans to be using, but it's easily one of the worst. Because it's just so simple and slightly crap. And I can't believe that I'm spending quite a bit of this part, or at least a couple of minutes, talking about bloody Comic Sans. But you see, this is what happens in these extras, as I'm sure most of you are aware if you've watched my playthroughs for a while. Because I just want to show these things off, because I think they are interesting to look at, but they are an absolute nightmare to talk over. Absolute nightmare. Then we can have a look at Juliet's stash, which is basically just Juliet's room. And then we have My Best Music, which allows us to listen to every song on the soundtrack. Also, you can pop in a whole bunch of songs into your list here, and it will play them in a loop throughout the stages. So I think you have probably actually been listening to these 5 songs for the majority of the game, because I think it has just been using these ones, to be fair. But it is quite cool that you can mix and match. And there are some which I just really, really do love. So we are going to go through and play a little bit of each of them, just to give you a glimpse of what they sound like. I do really like Zombie Festival All Day. That one's so much fun. And to be fair, pretty much all of the songs in this game are awesome in some way. I'd say the punk ones, probably quite a few of the ones in the metal are quite fun. The psychedelic ones are not quite so good, but everything else, pretty stellar, really. And oh, that guitar riff. Oh, that gave me life. So, basically, yes, this is... Oh, okay, no, I do quite like that one. I think... I remember when I did... Because I actually reviewed Lollipop Chainsaw for my website long ago. Well, when the game first came out, and... I remember, I think The Bus on the Wheel to Go Round was one of the ones that I was just like, I really like that song. There's a few where I'm just like, oh, I love it. And, of course, we get a little bit of funk now. It's just hilarious. But yes, this is going to be the end of all of the extras, listening to loads of glorious music, and then we're going to see the bad ending for the game, because I feel we've seen the good ending. I can't say that I've shown you as much as I physically can if I don't show you the bad ending, so we are going to do that as well. But that will be our very final thing. And just all of these funk tunes just make me want to get up and dance. It's kind of ridiculous, to be fair. But they're just giving me sort of a little... I'm just jigging along in my chair as I'm doing my commentary, which is just ridiculous because nobody can see me jigging. Probably for the best, to be fair, because I look like a complete and utter div. But I can't help it. I love my music. That's why I spend most, well, in my head, well, if I'm on my own, I spend most of the day singing along to things. Because I just kind of, that's what I do. Because I love a good sing-song, love a bit of music. Well, most genres, to be fair. It's only like really the screamo and like full-on rap and R&B and hip-hop that I don't quite get on with. I prefer stuff with a melody of some description and like a good beat and a good so on and so forth to it. But yeah, I would say that I'm just a bit of a nutter in the grand scheme of things. So yes, and right here we have the lovely licensed music, which you can get to listen to if you want to. Obviously, this is the point where I could theoretically get myself into trouble, but just giving you a small little glimpse of each of the songs, so that if you wanted to, you can probably slightly place it somewhere. And oh, that Speed. That's one of the songs that was in the Killer Billy in stage 6. And oh, there's the bit of Heroes of Our Time that that guitar. I don't know why I don't have some of the other things unlocked. I don't know where I would get them. I suppose it's just by beating the harder difficulties. Seems to be my answer for most things, really. But there we go, that's all of the music. And that's basically everything. So let us watch the bad ending of Lollipop Chainsaw. Thank you all so much for watching this playthrough, and I hope that you join me in the next one. See you then.
Everyone, where were you? You were supposed to be home hours ago.
Mom, I have someone I want you to meet.
Mrs. Starling, hi, I'm Nick.
Oh, you're Juliet's friend.
Mom, what's wrong?
Juliet?
Come on in, everyone. Time for dinner.
Holy mother! Oh!
And by dinner,